The prestige camos in Modern Warfare 3 take 150,000 XP to unlock per weapon per camo, making it take millions of XP just to even grind these on a handful of weapons. So in this video, I'm going to show you 4 fast methods to grind prestige camos, including the fastest method with double XP, the fastest method without double XP, and even methods that don't require shooting at all. But before we go over the methods, let's talk about double XP. Double weapon XP does double the amount of XP for this camo, so double XP tokens and double XP events are great for grinding. We've also tested the party pack skins and they don't seem to work at all, giving you no extra weapon XP for using them in a party with other people using the skin as well. However, the normal party up bonus does affect weapon XP, so you can get 25 or 30% more weapon XP for this camo every single game just by playing in a party with other people. Now, the first camo XP method we're going to talk about is one of the simplest and most mindless methods, but it just works. This being the multiplayer method, and the playlist you want to play for this is the small map mosh pit, unless shipment 24/7 is an option, which in that case, obviously you want to play shipment 24/7. Now, personally, I prefer playing the hardcore versions of these playlists because it leads to more XP per minute because you're able to get kills quicker. The strat is so simple, you really can't mess it up. Every time you spawn in, throw all of your decoys, try to throw these near the enemy spawn point or the middle of the map, get kills, try to play the objective when possible. Collecting kill confirm tag gets you easy XP. Getting kills while on a domination point or a hard point gets you more XP per kill. Call on your kill streaks as soon as you get them, and use your field upgrade every time it recharges. Here's the class setup I recommend. Clearly, for your primary and your secondary, you want to be using the weapons you're trying to grind the camo for. For the vest, I use the engineer vest. This allows you to see enemy equipment around the map, and if you destroy it, you're going to get XP for it. But more importantly, it gives you an extra tactical, and for a tactical, we're going to be using decoy grenades, so we're going to get 3 of them, and this is the most important part of the strat. Just spamming these around the map leads to a ton of free weapon XP. For the field upgrade, I use DDoS. It has a really quick recharge rate, and every time you call it in, you're going to EMP players. You're going to get XP for that. You're going to destroy things around the map. You're going to get even more XP. The perks themselves don't matter too much. I use commando gloves because I like the reload while sprinting and the improved sprint to fire, but a lot of people like the ordnance gloves while spamming decoys because it allows you to use equipment and field upgrades 20% faster, which is pretty helpful. If you're spawning in, throwing a bunch of decoys, being able to get those off quicker is nice. But for shipment, I just prefer using the commando gloves. I then also use lightweight, mag holster, and tac mask. Now, using this method, it takes about 1 hour and 50 minutes to unlock 1 prestige camo with double XP, but this includes matchmaking time. So it includes the time it takes for you to find a lobby, the time you're sitting in between lobbies. So if you sit down and grind for 1 hour and 50 minutes straight, you should get one of these. Next, we have the zombies method, which is actually one of the most efficient methods, but it's a little bit confusing. But first, let me introduce you to 1v1.lol, a free fast-paced battle royale game designed for mobile, and they've challenged me to quickly win a match while I tell you about it. So here goes nothing. Ooh, the charm of 1v1.lol is the quick, fast-paced games that get you right into the action. From the abilities of the champions to the well-known building mechanics, it's a crazy combination that's enjoyable from the moment you drop in. Gonna snipe off. Now, in 1v1.lol, you play as champions and each one has a different unique ability. From Quick, who can bolt around rapidly, to dodge attacks, to Shadow, who teleports and leaves a shadow decoy behind to confuse enemies, are my personal favorite Sky, who can leap high into the air and reach enemies on high buildings or just to get an aerial advantage. Cool. You can build, but I can jump. Oh, he's fighting someone else. Don't mind a little third-party snipe. Oh, we're in the zone. We're in the zone. We're in the zone. No. Not the snowball. There we go. Oh, and a rank up. Some of the biggest YouTubers are getting skins in the game, and the best part being you can unlock these for free. Right now, you can get both Unspeakable and Rug for free just by playing, getting all the items needed to craft. My favorite being Unspeakable with the bright standout colors. However, these skins are only available for a limited time, so if you want to get them before they're gone. So what are you waiting for? Make sure to go down below and download 1v1.lol for free using my link. Thank you to 1v1.lol for sponsoring this video, and thank you for checking out my sponsors. It helps me make more videos like this in the future. Okay, so when it comes to zombie prestige camo farming, the most important thing to know is there's an XP cap, and once you've hit this cap, you get a massive slowdown in weapon XP, and unfortunately, double XP doesn't raise this cap. So when you're using double XP tokens or during a double XP event, you're not really getting double the XP per game. You're just hitting that cap quicker. So from my testing, using a double XP token in zombies is only going to get you about 20% more XP per hour for this camo. not double. What is the XP cap? It's around 15,000 XP. To hit this, you want to get around 800 kills in a match without double XP, but if double XP is active, you want to get around 550 kills for max efficiency farming. Now I'm going to show you a zombies method to work around this XP cap for max efficiency. And while doing this, I'm also going to show you some tips and tricks for slow killing weapons like sniper rifles and so on. Now, when you load in, the first thing you want to do is open your map and go to a tier 1 Outlast. If there's none near you, keep in mind contracts are going to continuously spawn in for the first minute or so. So just keep looking around your map until you see a tier 1 Outlast. Pick up the contract, head to the Outlast building, activate the P&D. Now we're going to head outside and find the spawn point. Each Outlast has like 8 different spots outside the zombies can spawn. And when you first activate it, it's going to pick one of those spawn points. However, it's probably a ghost spawn and it's going to switch. So right now they're spawning here, but after we kill them all, it's probably going to move it somewhere else. Okay, they appear to be spawning on this side over here. This is definitely our permanent spawn point. However, let's say the spawn point for the Outlast you got was bad. There is a way to force change it. So if we go back inside the Outlast and get the progress bar up to 33%. So 30%, 31%, 32, we'll get 34, and we're going to walk outside. Now the progress bar is going to slowly go back down to 0. And while it's doing that, the spawn point is going to change over and over again. We're not going to get the next permanent spawn point till it hits 0. All right, back down to 0%. Let's find our new permanent spawn point. Okay, yeah, this is definitely our new permanent spawn point. This is also a pretty good one. Now, let's say you got 2 really bad spawn points in a row. You do have a third option. You could now go back into the Outlast, get the progress bar up to 90% and cancel the Outlast. But I would only do this as a last resort because that's going to greatly lower the amount of kills you can get per minute. It is always better to get a good spawn point on the outside than getting the Outlast to 90% and canceling it. Now that we've got a good infinite zombie spawner, we need to get the required kills to hit the XP cap. Normally without double XP, this would be around 800 kills, but since double XP is live right now, we've only got to get 550 kills to hit the cap. Unfortunately, there's no easy way to track the amount of kills you have in game. The best way to do this is by using the essence you have. Normally, I wouldn't drop all my money on the ground, but to kind of show as an example, I'm going to drop it here. But normally, I would just add to the essence counter I have. So as we get kills, you can see the amount of essence we have goes up. During double XP, I usually like to farm until I have around 7,000 essence gained from an Outlast. Getting a zombie kill and getting a zombie headshot gives you different amount of essence. So if all you're going for is headshots, your number is going to be a little bit higher. Like the exact essence number you want to aim for is 5,500, but my 7,000 number allows me to get some headshots in there for that extra money. Also, if you pick up a nuke, that's going to get you more points. If you pick up a double points, any sort of power up you pick up is going to make that range a little bit harder. But for me, getting around 7,000 essence is usually the key. Now, if you don't have double XP live, I usually like to get about 10,000 essence. If you get a lot of headshots, that number is going to be higher. If you don't get that many headshots, that number is going to be lower. But getting 7,000 essence during double XP and getting 10,000 essence when it's not double XP usually works pretty well for me. A common way I see a lot of people farming Outlast is they like to try to get in a position where it's going to funnel all the zombies to them. That is something you can do, but I really wouldn't recommend it. It's going to slow down the amount of kills you get per minute a lot, because the way an Outlast works is it's always going to spawn 8 zombies. And once there's 8 zombies spawned, it's not going to spawn anymore until you kill a zombie. So if you kill a zombie as soon as it spawns in, it's going to respawn immediately. So the quicker you kill the zombies, the faster they're going to spawn. So instead of trying to get them to funnel, you want to just immediately kill them from the point they spawn in. And that's going to get you the most XP per minute. However, if you struggle to do this, you could always get in a position where the zombies are going to funnel to you. But it's really not that hard just to spam the zombies the second they spawn in. Now, let's say you're using a weapon that's not very good, like the Cat AMR. Yes, this weapon can kill zombies, but with the rechamber speed, it is very slow. Something you can use to help you out in this scenario is an Aether Blade. Getting kills with that Aether Blade, the XP is going to count for the Cat AMR. But even with this, you can tell it's a lot slower than just using a full auto weapon. Any extra XP you can get per minute is going to help. Now, another option you have for slow weapons like snipers, you can buy kill streaks from a buy station. However, if you buy sentry guns and get kills with sentry guns, you're actually going to get half the amount of XP as a normal kill. So that does work, but you're also lowering your XP rate per kill. And on top of that, you got to go to a buy station, find a buy station, and then hopefully you're able to find zombies near that buy station so you can keep buying them. For me personally, I'd rather just wait till my Aether Blade schematic's on cooldown, take in the sniper, and do this. And we've also got another method coming up real soon that's great for snipers as well. Okay, now that we've got 7,000 essence, we should be at the XP cap. we have two different options here. If you want, you can go to an exfil and you can exfil out of the game and then rinse and repeat. But what I normally do is if you've completed the tier 1 story, I look for the extraction exfil and we're going to head to this. Now, the reason we're going into this story mission is because when you load into a zombie story mission, it resets the XP cap. So it's pretty much like we just started a brand new game. We're getting the max amount of XP per kill again, but we were able to keep all of our pack-a-punch weapons. When you first spawn in, we're going to jump down here and there's going to be a little turret circuit. We're going to grab that and we're going to head to the waypoint. Also, this is a tier 2 zone. So while you're getting this set up, you want to be careful. However, once it's set up, we're really not going to need very good weapons. But getting to that point, you got to kill some mercenaries. Activate the comms tower. All right, now that we've done that, we're going to head to the building over here and we've got to start the countdown. So we got to go up to the building, be like, hey, what's up? And then it's going to start a counter. Also want to pick up this turret turret. Gonna head out to this back shed right here. There's gonna be another one right there. We really only need to get 4 of these. There's a ton of different spawn points. I think there's like 9 different spawn points, but you really only need to get 4 of them. And now we gotta wait while Jansen clears her browsing history. All right, she's gonna open the door. We can pick up another circuit here. And now we gotta escort her up top. You can let her walk up by herself, but she spends a while fighting the mercenary. So I'm just going to clear the way. I got the elite. You just keep walking, Jansen. I got you. Nope, that's a shipping container. There's another circuit on this table up here if you need it. All right, here we go. Once Jansen gets onto this helipad, in a few seconds, a bunch of zombie spawns are going to start happening. You can kill them with your weapon, but if you want some easy XP for a bad weapon like a sniper, we could head to this turret right here and we can slap in 4 of those circuits. And now it's going to get all the kills for us. And we can just kind of sit back and get a bunch of XP. And the kills that this thing gets are going to be full counted XP. So these are the full amount as you would be getting a normal kill, unlike a kill streak. Yep. So now it's going to sit and do its thing while a bunch of zombies spawn. And if you really wanted to, you could kind of AFK this and just sit here. However, it's a little bit risky. You might want to be at your controller. But yeah, look at that. 480 XP, 520 XP, 600 XP. This story mission, getting this spawn point takes a minute to set up. But once it's set up, zombies will spawn like this for the rest of the match. Unfortunately, the XP is capped, so we can only stay here for so long and it actually make a difference. But if we wanted to, we could get like 3,000 plus kills here. Now, if you want to speed this up and you've got a good weapon that's good for killing, I would come down here. Normally, I only use the turret if I'm using a bad weapon, but sitting in this spawn point, you can actually get a lot of kills if you got a weapon that's upgraded and able to kill zombies, because the spawn points are crazy. But the trade-off being is these are tier 2 zombies and this takes longer to set up. And once again, to determine how many kills you want to get in here, you want to look at the essence that you have. You want to get 7,000 more essence if double XP is active. If double XP isn't active, you want to get 10,000 essence. So when we first came in here, I had 12,000 essence. So we're going to go to about 18,000 and then we'll leave and get on the helicopter. Now, unfortunately, the weapon XP cap is in total, so it doesn't matter. If you hit the cap with one weapon, no, you're not able to just switch to a different weapon and then have the cap reset. As soon as you hit the cap for one weapon, it doesn't matter. You can't just switch weapons. You're still not going to be getting much XP per kill. Look at this thing go. We should have hit the cap by now. We'll get on the chopper and we'll leave. Now, unfortunately, the worst part about doing this story mission is there's a cutscene after it. And I have tried to back out of this cutscene before and I lost all of my stuff. So, yeah, I just watched through the entire cutscene, and this is like a 2-minute cutscene you've got to watch at the end of this. And no, there's no way to skip it. You can't just, no, it'd be nice. I've seen this cutscene so many times. Once you get the hang of this method, you can get the 550 kills on both maps in around 20 to 30 minutes, giving you about 30,000 XP, so you can finish a weapon in about an hour and 40 minutes with double XP. But if you don't have double XP, it takes a little bit over 2 hours. From my testing, farming XP with this zombies method is faster than doing it in all other modes without double XP. However, once you have double XP active, it doesn't have near as big of an effect as it does in the other modes. So I wouldn't really waste my double XP tokens if I was farming zombies. Obviously, if there's a double XP event live, that's great. But if you're going to use double XP tokens, unless you only play zombies, I would probably end up using my double XP tokens when I'm grinding MP or Warzone, and I wouldn't use them much in zombies. They're not useless, but they don't have that big of an effect because of the weapon XP cap. Now, moving over to the fastest Warzone methods to get the prestige camo, starting off with a general tip for all Warzone modes, and this is something I don't really see anyone talking about, but it's an amazing way to get extra free XP. When you first load into a match and you're in the pre-game lobby with the countdown, get kills. Yes, these count for XP, and a lot of times people are just going to be AFK or not moving. It's some of the freest XP you'll ever get. Now for the playlist we want to be playing to get the most XP, we want to play a game type that lets us spawn in with our loadout. That way we can start grinding the moment we spawn in, and that gives us two different options. The first one being plunder, and the strat with plunder is to grab a most wanted contract and loot like crazy. Not only do most wanted contracts give you the most XP, you can actually complete them faster by looting and opening crates, which gives you additional XP on top of the contract XP. So the main goal is to spawn in, grab a most wanted contract, have everyone on your team loot and get kills, finish the contract fast, then pick up another most wanted contract and start the process over until the game ends. If you run out of most wanted contracts to grab, intel contracts also work, but they give you less XP and they also take longer to finish, so only grab these as a last resort. The more people you're playing plunder with, the faster you're going to finish contracts, leading to more XP. Once again, Discord link below if you're looking for a team to grind with. It's going to take a little bit less than 2 hours to finish a whole weapon in plunder with double XP, and once again, that includes all of the loading times. The next Warzone playlist that's good for farming is the reloaded resurgence mode. This is pretty much just like normal resurgence, but you spawn in with your loadout weapons, and even if you're not good at Warzone, or even if you're not even getting kills, you're still going to get a good amount of XP. The best way to farm XP in this mode is to pick up a bounty contract right away. The faster you pick it up, the better. This is because since everyone spawns in with their loadout, these bounties get poached fast. If you don't play Warzone, if your bounty gets poached, this essentially means that someone else took out your target. However, you still get the XP for it. Now, as soon as your bounty gets poached, all you want to do is pick up another bounty contract and wait for that one to get poached. In the meantime, you just want to loot as many containers as you can find, because everything you open is going to get you XP. While you're looting, if you find a kill streak, you want to pick it up and call it in, because calling in kill streaks in this mode gives you XP. If you get a large amount of money, you want to go to a buy station, you want to buy UAVs and immediately call them in, because not only do buying UAVs get you XP, when you call them in, you get even more XP for doing that. And keep doing this until you die, and then just start a new game and rinse and repeat. I was doing this solo with the sniper, not getting any kills, and was able to get 5,000 XP in 3 minutes multiple times in a row. It's going to take about an hour and 30 minutes in this mode with double XP to finish an entire weapon, meaning if you've got double XP active, this is the quickest method if you're farming it correctly. One thing I noticed, the longer these matches go on, the less XP I was getting, because the bounties weren't getting poached as quickly. So honestly, after you start the game, pick up 3 or 4 bounty contracts, it's probably best just to leave the game and find a new match and rinse and repeat. Because once the game goes on, if you're not getting a bunch of kills quickly, you're not going to be getting the same amount of XP as you were picking up those early game bounty contracts. And with that, that covers every method I use to grind these prestige camos quickly. Technically, I've only finished 4 prestige camos, but that's a little bit misleading. Because of these tests, I wasn't really finishing weapons, but I was getting a large amount of XP on them. I have over 10 weapons right now that I've got over 100,000 XP on, and then I've got 4 different weapons that I'm 1 game away from finishing. So I've got over 1 million, close to 2 million total XP grinded on these prestige camos from using these different methods. And to wrap up this video, too long, didn't read, zombies without double XP using the method we showed is the fastest. However, if you've got double XP active, you want to be playing the reloaded resurgence mode. In both of these modes, they're kind of mindless modes. You don't really have to be good at zombies to use the method we showed. You're just killing zombies in tier 1 at an outlast, or you're doing a story mission where a turret is killing all of the zombies for you. Same thing with the Warzone method we showed. I was using a sniper, not getting kills, and I was still getting a lot of XP per minute using that. So with that, that wraps this one up. And if there's ever a future method that I find that's way quicker than these, I'll make an updated video. So if you want to see that, make sure to unlock the subscribe button. Once again, huge thanks to 1v1.lol for sponsoring this video. Make sure to go down below, download the game, check them out. Thanks for checking out my sponsors. It does help me out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.
Lego unlocked. He's Lego unlocked. It's going to unlock all these camos.